What's up guys, RW146 here, back with a little update for today. So I really didn't have a whole lot as far as updates on my car that are really worth posting about, but this one decided to give me something to do today. This I haven't done a walk around of yet, but I'm going to. This is my 1992 GTI, and this car is actually a pretty serious track car. Believe it or not from looking at it. It's a little dinged up, but that's not really the important part. But this car has a fully built stroker 16 valve in it on Mega Squirt. It's a TDI crank-based engine just with a bunch of headwork. It's a 1.8 16 valve head, port and polished, with TT 288 cams, which I believe are the biggest cams you can put in one of these without moving to like a solid lifter style head. But apart from that, it has some pretty sweet upgrades on it. Like, these wheels are Renin forged, and I believe they're one of one in this fitment and size. Generally, this company makes wheels for like Porsches and stuff like that, so they're usually visible hardware 3-piece and 18s generally, but these ones are a 2-piece and 16 by 8.5 all around. And I love the way they look. They actually kind of remind me of, like, if you know motorcycles at all, an aftermarket Harley rotor, like a super spoke DNA style rotor. So I thought that was pretty sweet. But looking up underneath here, it also has KW coilovers with K-Sport camber plates. The car is corner balanced. If you look back here, you can see ST sways. And the reason that I got this car up on the lift today is, let's see, take a look here. It's also got Super Sprint long tube 4:2:1 with a TT stainless 2.5-inch catback with a Borla muffler on it. And the reason I got this car up on the lift here is two things. One, this exhaust leak right here, you could see up top. Now, that's not a big issue, but while I had it up, it was something I was going to take care of, and I really don't feel like dropping the whole exhaust, so I'm going to do it the lazy way, which is a little bit of exhaust cement and a band style stainless steel clamp that'll hopefully be long enough to just kind of bridge that gap there, and I'm just going to throw it on there and hope that it quiets it down a little bit until I have time to actually fix it properly. But the main reason I have it up here is, if you could see all that nice wetness there and on the ground, is a power steering leak that is coming from the fitting on this line right here. And if you can look, you can tell that's not a factory line there. That's actually a custom stainless steel braided line just to avoid this kind of thing happening, but I think it just sprung a leak at the fitting. So what I'm gonna do is just back it off real quick and throw some like high temp hydraulic thread sealer on it and slide it back in and see if that doesn't solve the problem. But that should be about it for now. And I'll show you guys what exactly I did with the exhaust and all that as soon as I get that done. Alright guys, so got everything tightened up here on the GTI. Everything went pretty smoothly except the one fitting for the power steering line was pretty stuck, and it was supposed to be a swivel joint, so I had to go ahead and fiddle with that for a little bit. Apart from that, that's tightened up and it's not leaking, and also I did get that band style clamp on the exhaust. I'll probably go back and cut the ends of the bolts off, but the car isn't that low, so I'm not really super concerned about that. But here is, it's the startup to see if this stuff actually did anything. So mind you, both of these leaks were very noticeable before, so if there isn't immediately power steering fluid pouring out on the ground, and if there isn't a crazy noticeable exhaust leak, then I'll consider both of these a success for today, and hopefully they'll stay that way. I'm thinking the exhaust I might have to redo at some point, but I didn't even really plan on doing that today. So let's see what we got. Alright, so right away, I can tell you the exhaust is great compared to what it was. And then there does not appear to be any power steering fluid leaking out. So I'm gonna call this one a success. So that pretty much brings this car back into commission. I was driving it around the way that it was, but it was not very convenient because it was leaking power steering so bad that like I had to fill it up basically every hour's worth of drive time, I'd say. So I'm pretty stoked on this. And the exhaust was just something that had been annoying me pretty much since I got the car, so I'm glad that that's fixed as well. But like I said, you can hear just from the idle that this thing's got some pretty decent work going on. And this is probably one of my favorite cars, so I'm glad to have it back. But that should be it for today, guys. If you like this video, if you want to see updates on the GTI, my WRX, actually, as far as the WRX goes, the guy that was fixing that was out last week because he hurt his elbow, so there should be some progress on that at some point this week. But also the notchback Fox body drift build that I got going on, as well as my 240SX. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. You guys have a great rest of your day. Take care.